Hello, welcome to this little presentation about accommodation here at Reaseheath College. My name is Peter Hines. I'm the Residential Services Manager here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect when you come to us as a student, as a residential student more importantly. Now, the college itself will have been here 100 years this next year. We celebrate our centenary, so lots and lots of special events going on. In its current format as the Reaseheath College, we've been here since 1993. We were known previously as the Cheshire Agricultural College. Okay, so a lot's happened in that 100 years, and in the last few years what's happened is lots and lots of new accommodation, diversification of the curriculum, so we're now what they call a land-based college, and the way in which we actually provide a service to the residential students has changed. Rather than wardening, we're now seen as a second parent, if you like. We have a philosophy of parenting rather than policing, which we find has worked for us over the last few years. Now, we've spent a lot of money as a college in the last few years investing in all our curriculum areas, but as far as residences go, in our accommodation, you'll see, if you've had the chance to walk round, that a lot of our accommodation is brand new or fairly new. So the latest one to be added to the portfolio was the townhouses, and that's for over 18s at the moment. Townhouses give that little bit more of independent living. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. Reaseheath College itself, in terms of its curriculum, has been rated good by Ofsted. That happened just a few months ago, before Christmas. Really fantastic result for the college. Very, very proud of all our colleagues. But besides the curriculum being inspected by Ofsted, because we have residential students under the age of 18, we're also inspected by what they call the Care Standards Inspectors, which is also Ofsted. And they come to make sure that we're looking after our residential students for under 18. And they say that we're outstanding. We've been lucky enough to have this label of outstanding for the last 3 occasions now. So I say lucky. It's not just luck, it's because it's somebody's opinion, but it's because we put an awful lot of hard work into trying to look after you, to make sure that you feel safe, that you're happy and secure, and can make the best of this fantastic opportunity that you've got here at Reaseheath College. The inspectors don't tell us they're arriving, they just turn up, and last time it was 3 inspectors here for 3 days, and amongst the things that they do, besides checking records, things like that, is that they speak to groups of students. They're not hand selected by us, they're chosen by Ofsted, and almost to unanimously the students have been very grateful and very complimentary about the safeguarding team here, and we're very, very proud of that, because we know that everybody works so hard to try and make sure that you're safe and sound. Now, the residential safeguarding team is made up of various roles. The ones that you'll see the most are the safeguarding officers. That's because they work the long shifts. They work to make sure that the campus is covered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So JP, Paul and James and Daniel will all be making sure that you're looked after whatever time of the day and night it is. They're backed up by duty managers, so if one of them has to go off site for any reason and there's nobody else about, the duty managers take over, and that's the duty managers are Mark and Rob and James, who all do a fantastic job in backing the team up in their duty manager role. To support them, we have a nighttime campus supervisor who's here 5 nights a week, that's Lindsay, and we have Nikki and we have Becky, who are here 3 evenings a week at either end of the week. So one works Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, the other Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you'll see them. And then in the week as well, we have people who are instructors and lecturers and office workers in the daytime who come to support the team in the evenings. So on a Monday we have Emma and we have Scott. On a Tuesday we have Debs, Ali and Chris. Wednesday we have Fiona and Sean, and on a Thursday we have Cara, and we also have Edward. Now that's the team that you'll see the most of. However, they of course are supported themselves by the student life team, which help us out as well with safeguarding. So Becky and Rachel support Rob with the student association, making sure you've got plenty to do. In addition, we have Astra, who's our attendance and retentions officer. And so if we get a notification from your lecturer that you haven't turned up for lectures, Astra will come and make sure you're okay. And if it's just the fact that you couldn't get yourself out of bed, she'll make sure you do. And that'll be to the benefit of everybody. Okay, so Astra, if you're not getting up in the morning, Astra will come and give you a knock just to make sure that you're okay. Well, what makes us outstanding? We like to think it's because we'll help with absolutely anything at all. All safeguarding officers at some point or another have been called over to help some poor stranded student who's been corralled by a spider, and or it could be ladybirds. Whatever it is, we'll be over to try and help. If you're frightened of spiders, if you're frightened of ladybirds, you're frightened of them, and we'll help you. There are, of course, more serious things like people who are upset or not feeling well or feeling a bit vulnerable for any reason, and it could be for a myriad of reasons, and we will come to see you, or we'll ask you to come to see me, depending on the circumstances. Okay, so bear in mind this safeguarding team, the safeguarding officers, are there 24 hours a day. Now on the back of your bedroom door you will have a phone number, emergency phone number, and you can ring and say, look, I'm not feeling well, or there's a spider on my, above my head. Whatever it is, we'll be over and we'll get it sorted as quickly as possible. If you're under 18, you'll have a meeting with the safeguarding team. It's what they call an IRDP, Individual Residential Development Plan, and it's really just to make sure in the early days that you've settled, that you've made friends, that you understand where everything is, that sort of thing. I will set you a few targets that will help you develop as an individual. So it's lovely you're here to get a qualification, and we hope you do brilliantly at that, but we also want you to develop as a person, and we'll set you little things that will help you to develop. So it could be how to do your own washing, it could be how to find out train times and how to access transport, that sort of thing. So we'll work together in developing you as a person. When you come to us, whether you're resident or a non-resident, to be honest, everybody's expected to wear an ID badge. You must wear this at all times. This is your passport to everything. It's your passport to your hall, it's a passport to the corridors, it's a passport to your catering, because certainly if you're under 18 you have to have the catering option, either 5 days or 7 days, and we've got various outlets for catering. We've got the dining room, we have the boot zone, we have the deli, we have the feast cafe, and we have the mobile catering van. Okay, so that card, that ID card, is so important. It'll also enable you to get resources out of the Learning Resource Centre or the library. So please make sure you wear it. You'll need it lots and lots and lots as time goes on. In addition, if you're not feeling too well, we'll help you there as well. We hope you'll register with our local GP practice, which is in our nearest town of Nantwich. The practice is called the Kilturn Medical Centre. That's Kiltern, Kilturn Medical Centre in Nantwich. And certainly for under 18s, we will help you with everything along that process. If you're not feeling well, we'll ring the doctors for you. We have an arrangement with them where they'll try and get an appointment that day. So we'll ring for you, we'll get you an appointment, we'll take you for the appointment, we'll take you down, we'll wait for you, we'll take you down to the pharmacy if you need any follow-up medication, and we'll bring you home back to Reaseheath. And what that means is it's the minimal amount of time away from your lectures. So that's great for everybody, really. Now then, don't worry if you're over 18. If you're worried about doing any of those things, making the phone call, getting down to the GP practice, we will help you if we possibly can. Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll try our best to help you. Now, one important thing you need to do is choose what type of accommodation that you'd like. An accommodation is issued on age, gender identity, the level of education that you're doing, so that's FE or HE, further education or higher education, and basically you'll have a choice of accommodation. So if you're under 18, you will be in gender specific halls. So boys will be in male, obviously, and the girls will be in the female halls, and they are gender specific. So males only in one hall, females only in another hall. Over 18s mustn't go in them halls, and you mustn't go into their halls. However, if you're under 18, you do have the option of single ensuite, which is your bathroom, if you like, within the confines of your room, or you have shared facilities. What that means is that you just pull the door to, you might be on a corridor of 6 people, there'll be a bathroom along that corridor. Once you pull that door to, it's private, okay? But it just means you've got a choice of price and you've got a choice of facilities. If you're over 18, then again you've got the choice of single ensuite or the townhouses. The townhouses are there, are our newest addition to the accommodation portfolio. The townhouses have shared bathrooms. The townhouses can accommodate either 6, 8 or 10 people. So if you're in a townhouse of 10 people, it'll have 5 bathrooms. Basically it's 2 people per bathroom. So obviously if you're in 8, it's 4 bathrooms. If you're in a townhouse of 6, it's 3 bathrooms. Okay, now you do have the choice, being over 18, whether to be catered or self-catered. When you're under 18, you don't have that option. But what you do have is the option of whether you choose 5 days or 7 days. So if you know that you're going home at the weekend, you're probably wise choosing the 5-day option for catering. Now then, if you are coming to us in accommodation, which I hope you will be, the prices are on the website, easily accessible. Okay, when you move in, there'll be lots and lots of people here to help you. We understand everybody has been new to the college at some point, whether you're staff or students. You'll be helped by students that have been here previous years. Okay, they'll help you settle in very quickly. There'll be lots of activities for you to do. There'll be a proper induction, and the freshers crew will make sure that you're feeling safe and sound. And although you'll be anxious when you first come, we know you will, and parents are probably even more anxious, you'll soon settle down. You'll be amazed how quickly you do find your feet. There's lots and lots to do. The student life team, which I said is Rob, Becky and Rachel, plus the student association, are here to make sure that you get the very, very best Reaseheath experience. When you go into your halls, you'll probably see on the notice board there a calendar of events telling you what's going on that week and that month, and you can see the sort of things that you want to go to. We have events on every evening, so there's always plenty to do. We have also our big events, which are there to raise money. The students spend a lot of time raising money for charity through RAG, which is Raising and Giving, and this year it's Make-A-Wish, which is a charity for terminally ill children, and that's going really, really well, fundraising for those. But in the past we've raised money for Diabetes UK, for British Heart Foundation, and all sorts of worthy causes. Through doing that, through raising money, the students have a fantastic time. So things like the Pride Fest and the Summer Ball, we have water fights and slip and slide, dodgeball, these sort of things. The Summer Ball and the Winter Ball, particularly big events, where we try and make it really memorable for you by having artists on that will be people that You've perhaps heard of like what we had the last few years, Base Hunter, Tinchy Strider. We've had Scouting for Girls, the Hoosiers, Rudimental. So people that make your night a really memorable night. And we love providing them people for you, and it's a really wonderful memory for you. Within the student community, there's lots and lots of events going on. There's archery, badminton, basketball, boxing, dodgeball, football, netball, rugby, Zumba. There's also things like clubs and societies that are on site. I know there's things like the Craft Society and the Film Night that are very, very popular. People bring ideas as well. This year we've had what they call the Akka Rangers, which is a singing group. That was brought in by one of our students at the beginning of the year. There's been the Harry Potter Society this year. Every year students come along with new ideas about what they would like to do and what's going to be entertaining for you and your friends. So don't be shy, come forward with ideas, and we'd love to hear from you. Okay, well, that's really the end of what's only a short presentation, but just leave you with this thought for yourselves, and particularly this is really for parents and guardians and carers. We know that you're sending to us what is your most precious possession. We are within the team ourselves, mums, dads, nans, granddads, and really care for your children. We're not going to say that we will get it right every single time, but we tried so hard to make sure that we're keeping your son or daughter safe, happy and secure. So I do hope you come to Reaseheath College. You can apply at the moment. Accommodation applications are welcome, so please apply, and I do hope that I get to see you in September. Thank you.